Hello everybody, it's Jenny McGarvey and I am back again to share with you another week in my horizontal happy planner. I am just moving along this month of July. As I've mentioned for you before, I am planning in two planners this month. That's not just for fun, though it is fun, but the real reason is so that I can get a hang of which planner works best for me and which one I'm going to use long term. I had decided pretty much after the second week that I was going to go back to my vertical planner in August, but I wanted to make sure that I gave the horizontal a fair shot, and I have. And each week that goes on, I am pretty positive that I am going to go back to the vertical. But first, let's take a look at this planner. I'm doing a quick flip through of the planner so that you can see all of the dividers and the monthly views, a tiny little peek at the weekly, but they're all the same. And the dividers and the currently this month are really the parts that are pretty interesting. Some of the dividers have rose gold, they have pretty designs. So that's what I just wanted to give you the opportunity to see if you had not seen it already. I know most of you have sought out other videos that are out there, and that's fantastic. Now, as you can see, like I said, not every divider has the pretty red rose gold foil, but some of them do, and it's really super cute, and I just love the divider so much. I hope that, excuse me, I hope at the end of this year I can either use it for something else or it'll just be a fun thing, except for I have decided that I'll probably use this as a journal starting in August. More on that later. So I'm taking the page out so I can work on it, and I like to take it out so that I can stamp easier, and it's also better for writing too. You just get a nice smooth surface. Now, I don't stamp that much in this horizontal planner because I find that the lines get in the way, and so I don't like to stamp with the lines for some reason. I don't know, it's just not for me. But it might just be some weird mental hang up that I have or whatever, and stamping in the horizontal with lines might be perfectly normal. I don't know. And it doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, these new value sticker books are fabulous. There are thousands and thousands of stickers, and each one as cute and functional as the last. And so I'm really enjoying these. I am thrilled that Mambi came out with them, and I'm able to use these each and every week because it's really very exciting to me, and hopefully to you too. Now I'm kind of breaking these horizontal planners down into three columns, if you will, loosely though. I don't want to draw any lines or do anything like that because that would sort of defeat the purpose to me. Anyway, I'm hopeful that I can keep my events near the discs because you know how it can be difficult during the middle of the week to write next to the discs. So I'm hoping to keep my to-do lists on the outsides and my events that I've already scheduled in near the discs. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do this long term, but this does seem to work for me so far for the month of July. And I'm also keeping the actual check them off, get them done to-dos down the center this month, keeping sort of a center divide between all of the columns. But to be perfectly honest, when I'm finished planning this week, I'm not really thrilled with it. And it's not because I don't like the supplies or the colors or any of that. I'm just not sure that I set this up in the way that works best for me. I'm probably best off with two separate columns, but then I have a lot of space that's not really used well. So I think it just goes back to how for me and the way that my brain plans, I think the vertical and the three boxes is the way for me to go. So as you can see, I am not using the exact same to-do little strips for Monday and Tuesday. I wanted to change that up a little bit, though to be perfectly honest, the one that I used in Monday, I love. It's super cute. Sorry about that. I like to use that little banner sticker up in the Tuesday section just to notate like an exciting little event, which in this case was the Sweet Stamp Shop new release. And I wanted to just make it, like give it some sort of a special place, so that little bit of that banner sticker really worked out well for that. Now I'm also adding my meal planning in that far right column next to the discs. On the next page, it'll be next to the discs on the far left side. But anyway, I'm adding the meal planning there because it's one of those things that it'll kind of just stay there. It won't be like I'll go in and cross it out or anything like that. The weeks that I don't do what I may have written down for that night, I just leave what I have written down. I don't change it or anything like that. So it's really just to give me an easy way to know what goes on my grocery list and what sort of things to keep in mind that I'm making throughout the week, or at least that I have planned to make throughout the week. This week's color scheme is all about sort of a greenish, bluish color scheme. So I don't stick to one exact same color. They're all sort of in the same family and very similar. But I actually at the end sort of like the way that the monochromatic look turned out, and I can absolutely see myself using it again in the future. However, it is a little bit more, I can't even think, consistent maybe? Anyway, I'm using one of those little stampers from the Happy Planner, and this particular day, it did not work out well for me at all. I'm not even going to pretend it did. It looks terrible. So I'm going to have to cover that with a sticker because it's just unacceptable. And at first, I'm just sort of flipping through, still looking for things, trying to figure out what I'm going to do while I'm still planning, as opposed to taking a pause to think. But as you can see, it's not good, and there's nothing wrong with the stamp. I just wasn't really paying attention, and it's definitely one of those things. In order to get that all lined up, you really need to be sort of thinking about what you're doing and really, you know, paying attention. Anyway, so I'm going to move that to-do sticker, and I'm just going to add one of those long ones, and I'm going to trim up the top with my good old X-Acto knife that I use all of the time to trim washi, and then I'm going to move those other two as well so that they all line up. Obviously, in a perfect world, it would be better that I didn't have to peel these up or whatever, but obviously I need to in order for them to all line up and them not look weird, since that Wednesday one has to cover those stamped boxes since they look awful. But no matter, see, now you wouldn't even know. It's not any big deal, and it's all just as if it never even happened, right? So why not take a chance with stamping? Stamping is really easy to cover up if you don't like the end results. Now on the Thursday, you can't see it because my planner page is scooted down so much, but what I did do was I took one of the script phrases, now you can see it, that said movie night, and I just trimmed off the part where it said night. That's all. I just left the movie, and then I have the little popcorn box there, and it's just a fun, cute little way to notate going to the movies. Now I'm switched over to the second half of the week, which perfectly honestly is the best part of the week, right? We have the entire weekend there, and then that notes section as well, and then also that thankful for section, which I usually cover up and use as a look at the following week. Now, since this is a summer week and not one that we had a whole lot of plans for, since I was saving this week to be at home so I could get a lot of things accomplished around the house, there aren't a whole lot of plans for me to write down on this specific week. And that's okay because, quite frankly, again, it's summer and I like to be able to relax and hang out at home and get some things done. So the bad news is, though, I don't have a whole lot of things that I'm adding to my planner, and it works out okay because I am able to wrap this up a little bit more quickly, and you got to see a peek at the whole planner as well. Now, as you can see, I am continuing on the theme of sort of using those decorative stickers to mark certain events and activities. Now, I could absolutely pull out some of those stickers that look like they would be the perfect note for an event, but I decided that this week I really wanted to have some fun with some of those more decorative stickers, and so that's where those come into play. I really am happy with the way that they look, and I'm glad that I did that for this particular week, especially with this planner that I've been having trouble sort of wrapping my mind around anyway. Side note though, I'm very excited for using it for journaling. I'll have to show you how I'm going to set that up here soon. Now I'm still looking for more stickers so that I can finish up this week, and I want to add that little wonderful stamp or sticker there, and then I realize, oh no, there's totally a more perfect one for that day. So I move it up to Friday, which is just fine, right? Because there wasn't anything else going on in the Friday spot anyway. And I am going to use one of those full box stickers and then one that says let's go on adventures, because we are getting ready to embark in a few days in Las Vegas. So anyway, I'm just going to add these last couple of events down in the notes section, and then that is it for this week in the Horizontal Happy Planner. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoyed it, and it lets YouTube know the types of videos that you like to see. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.